Young bright star of the Rowdies has been named to the USL Team of the Week twice now. His speed, crossing ability, and his ability to take players 1v1 has brought a different dynamic to the right-hand side of the pitch, so he'll be looking for another great night tonight in the green and gold.
Well, Lee, both of these teams are doing well as of late. Pittsburgh on a 4-game unbeaten streak, but that is 4 draws, so it's not necessarily as great as a 4-game unbeaten streak sounds.
Yeah, you could flip it on the other side of it, too, and say that they haven't won in 4 games. So certainly they're in tough. You heard their coach say their 3rd game in 8 days. They've made 5 changes to their starting 11 that face Charleston on Wednesday night. So certainly they are going to be looking for those players to come off the bench and be effective tonight, but it certainly is humid here at Al Lang Stadium, so I wouldn't be surprised if a little fatigue starts to set in that second half after the 70th minute mark to see if the Tampa Bay Rowdies can take advantage of that.
Yeah, and the Rowdies need to just come out and be strong. That's what they struggled with the last time they played against Pittsburgh, just having a slow start. What do you want to see out of them right out of the gate tonight? Yeah,
I think they need to, and I think if you watch the tape on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, that's exactly what they do. Is they're known to come out strong and hard in the beginning of the games. You heard Stuart Campbell say they're not afraid to take shots from 20, 30 yards out, so they have to be aware of that. Close down those forwards in a hurry. Do not allow them time on the ball to be able to get those opportunities and finish your chances at the other end of the pitch.
Well, that wraps up tonight's pregame show. For Lee Godfrey, Mike Pepper, and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Heather Donnelly. Thanks for joining us. Rowdies versus Riverhounds is up next.
We got the sun, we got today. Got the sun jumping, got it right through the night, got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Well, it's summertime in St. Petersburg. That means the afternoon showers. Fortunately, the field here at Al Lang Stadium covered up. Grounds crew taking it off earlier today. Mike Pepper alongside Lee Godfrey, and we're here for USL soccer tonight, Lee. And, of course, it's the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. These two teams met about a month ago. The Riverhounds getting the better end of a 2-0 result. Rowdies, on the other hand, right now are on a 3-game unbeaten streak, including a couple wins here at home.
Yeah, they are playing much better soccer now, and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds having a midweek game against the Charleston Battery. That was a 2-2 draw, so that might be able to be taken advantage of by the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight.
Absolutely, and we'll get another look. Riverhounds on a 4-game unbeaten streak. All draws for themselves as well. A couple of players that we want to keep our eyes on tonight, too, on the field. A former Rowdy and a Rowdy that's currently tearing up the league by making that Team of the Week.
Yeah, Corey Herzog has found new life in Pittsburgh, leading the way with 7 goals and 2 assists this season. And Alex Morel named to the USL for Team of the Week for a second time this season. He is that speedy right winger, bringing a lot of excitement to this side.
Morel has been electrifying in front of the crowd here at Al Lang Stadium. We got starting lineups. We got kickoff. Coming up next at Al Lang Stadium, it's the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on This TV, Tampa Bay.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1 million megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
There's a lot to a name.
Especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges
and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
We've got the sun. Got today. We got the sun jumping. Got it right through the night. Got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg.
And the rock is red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, a great rendition of the national anthem here at Al Lang Stadium. It's the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, a USL matchup, 4th place and 10th place. And let's get a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. First at the Rowdies, and here's my partner, Lee Godfrey.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yeah, no changes from last week's starting 11 in the 2-0 victory over the Charleston Battery. Georgie Ristoff, Martin Patterson, and Alex Morel leading that potent Rowdies attack.
And for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, also brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Yeah, they make 5 changes from their midweek game against the Charleston Battery, that 2-2 draw. Kay Banjo in up top. Mike Green comes in on the right-hand side. Galeg Husamonde in at center back, and Trey Mitchell starting in goal.
And as you mentioned, Herzog gets the captain's armband tonight. Let's check in with the third member of our team, Heather Donnelly, on the sideline.
Hi, Mike. To give you guys an idea of what the conditions are like here at field level, a big storm rolled in about 3 o'clock today and dumped a lot of water. But as you saw earlier, those 6 giant tarps were covering the field. So it's in pretty good shape. I talked with head groundskeeper Jeff Parkinson before the game started a little while ago, and he said, it's dry. Those were the 2 words he used. It's dry. That's all that matters. Weather-wise, it's warm down here. There is a little bit of a breeze, so that should help, but it'll be a tough night for both teams. Now I'll send it back up to the 2 lucky guys in an air-conditioned booth. Mike and Lee.
Air-conditioned, yes, but windows open, Lee. We're part of the crowd here at Al Lang Stadium. Looking forward to it, and look at those players to watch. We just saw them quickly on there. We mentioned, of course, the head coaches, Stuart Campbell, Dave Brandt, a lot with experience here now.
Yeah, they do, and it's been unfortunate for the Riverhounds. You see the 8 draws there, 4 of them in the last 4 games. Those are just points dropped right now. They would like to see the 3 points, but yeah, right now the Rowdies 0-2 all time against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, 1 in regular season, 1 in a U.S. Open Cup match. So they are looking to get a little revenge tonight and get the full 3 points and look for their first win ever against Pittsburgh. They did get the full 3 points against the Charleston Battery, who were the top team in the league heading into today, but now the Independents with a victory tonight have gone up top. So there is that history that I was just talking about, 0-2, 2 being the losses going back to 2015.
Yeah, impressive results for them. You see Pittsburgh will be wearing the black and blue as the Rowdies fans are going on from head to toe. Black jerseys along with a little blue trim, blue shorts, blue socks. Rowdies will be in their home uniforms. The Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino jersey. That's green and yellow hoops, green shorts, and the socks match the shirt. Just about underway here at Al Lang Stadium. We'll look at that. Both teams have played 20. The Rowdies a little bit better on both that. That's, I think, reflected in the standings too, Lee, when you see a 4th place team versus a 10th place team.
Yeah, and it's the goals conceded department, which has obviously been difficult for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds to start the season. Something that they have improved on, like we said, in the last 4 games, and that is why Trey Mitchell, as you see right there, getting the start tonight for the Riverhounds. As defense is going to be key tonight, as we know. How the Rowdies have changed their attack and creating a lot more chances on goal than they had previously. So that's something that they're going to have to be very aware of, and something Stuart Campbell said, that he knows teams are going to drop a lot of players behind the ball and try to defend, and that's what makes it sometimes difficult to penetrate that back line and create opportunity.
Rosendo Mendoza, your center official, got us underway about 20 seconds ago in Pittsburgh. Looking on the long ball, gets past Porter into Herzog and body checked off and able to clear it away. It wasn't quite Herzog, that was Washington. And now along the back for the Riverhounds. Going from left to right on your screen. On the ball is Stephen Okai. Over the top, looking for Banjo. Banjo in a collision with Porter. Will be called for the foul. Rowdies will have the free kick.
Rowdies have to be aware of the quick starts that Pittsburgh do normally come out to. It was a little bit of a slow start to the Rowdies match last week against the Battery, where you saw Matt Pickens come out and was very verbal to his back line to tell him, you got to close guys down, don't give them space to allow those shots. Pickens had to come up big early, and they did exactly that. They made the defensive adjustment. They didn't give Charleston time on the ball, and Charleston really had nothing on Pickens in that second half. So the start, very important for the Rowdies.
Romeo Parks on the ball now. As you see, Rowdies, a lot of success. McCandawary is under pressure from Herzog. He's able to use his keeper Pickens, and they'll play it out. Off the head of Ristoff. Mike Green will earn the throw at midfield. Ball played in off Banjo and Herzog will earn the free kick. McCandawary came in and thought the referee was going to the card right there. That would mean, but does not appear that Tam has received a card. I take that back. He's walked off to the side. If it is, Lee, and it is, McCandawary will be suspended for the next game, and it's only the 3rd minute here tonight.
Yeah, that didn't take long, and that's going to be an issue tonight because Damian Lowe is also on 1 card away from being suspended. So that's going to be tough for Stuart Campbell that happened so early in this match. If he has to bring Damian Lowe on at some point, I guess you just keep McCandawary out there. You don't want to have both those guys not available for your next game, that's for sure.
Well, free kick will go Pittsburgh's way. The wall is set up right now. they're asking for. Romeo Parks is asking for the wall. It's set up just a couple of yards outside of the area, but we'll see where Mendoza marks it off. He's actually going to go 1 yard outside the 18, so it's 29 yards. Romeo Parks is over the ball. He's going to set it up. He's the only one there. Matt Pickens setting the ball up, or the wall up, on the far post. Parks approaches the ball. We're now into the 4th minute, and a good chance here for the Riverhounds. Parks into the wall. It's deflected. Back across by Green. It's headed away by Collins, but it's still not cleared. Wristoff off it. Off the hand of Green, and it will be a free kick for the Rowdies. Let's check in with Heather Donnelly on the sideline.
Hi, Mike. Some familiar faces for Rowdies fans here on the field tonight on the Pittsburgh squad. Corey Herzog and Gale Agbasamande, both in the starting lineup, both former Rowdies, so they'll probably have a little bit of extra motivation tonight against their former team. Defender Rich Balshin, also a member of the Riverhounds, but he is out for the season. So quite a few former Rowdies on the Pittsburgh roster, guys. Thanks,
Heather. I believe Balshin had a Achilles injury early on. A ball over the top. It's going to skip past, and Portillo's will sit it up, and that was Parks running in. Ball is, we heard Heather talking about the field conditions dry, but you know, Lee, they do put those sprinklers on in the pregame, and that ball just took a little skip early on.
Yeah, they want it a little bit slick. They don't want it wet. They do want, you know, that ball to have a little bit of pace on it and a little bit of speed to the game. I know the keepers might not necessarily like it, but for the players, you want to be able to move that ball quickly.
Sent out wide to Jamal Jack, and Jack will find Soto. Victor Soto into Parks. Parks, ball deflected by Chavez, but he'll get it back. He'll shoot from distance, and it's off McCandawiri. Loose ball to Schaefer. Now Cole. Rowdies looking to go out, but Pittsburgh with a lot of bodies behind the ball. Rowdies a little trouble getting it out of their third, but they'll keep possession.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Riverhounds playing a pretty high line, Mike. They have a lot of players up forward trying to close down those Rowdy players with the ball very quickly. Well, that one's sent over the top, but Adewale is there. Now he'll send it upfield, but it will be a throw in for the Rowdies and quickly taken by Georgie Wristoff. Actually, it's Wristoff with it now at his feet. And here's Chavez. On top of the ball is Schaefer. Schaefer able to get it to Wristoff. Back out to Marcel Schaefer. Schaefer towards the box. He'll put it across, and it's the only one there is a blue and black jersey, and they'll clear it away. Coming out, but good pressure by Portillo's. Won't be able to keep it in, but it'll be a good pressure opportunity for the Rowdies. And for viewers in Tampa Bay, you're watching Rowdy Soccer on This TV Tampa Bay. All the action on the field. Check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first broadcast movie channel. This TV Tampa Bay, digital 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Fios 463, and Comcast 229. It's This TV Tampa Bay. Good interplay on that left-hand side, Mike, between Georgie Wristoff and Marcel Schaefer, giving that first opportunity at goal for the Rowdies tonight.
Now Collins, nowhere to go. The Riverhounds again, bodies behind the ball. Now McCandawiri will look to penetrate that defense. Morrell able to turn. Morrell finds the open Wristoff. Wristoff turns. He's going to play it wide. That's Portillo's. Zach Portillo's left foot cross deflected, now headed away. Back to the feet of Portillo's, and it will go out over the line. Throw in for the Rowdies, and a welcome for those watching on Estrella TV as well.
Look at how far up Zach Portillo's is playing, Mike. Marcel Schaefer has actually dropped back when the ball is over the half, allowing the speed of Portillo's to come into play.
Here's Schaefer. Back out to Zach Portillo's. Into Georgie Wristoff. Wristoff with some room running down the line. Cut inside to Schaefer. Schaefer on a bad bounce towards the back post. Mitchell will deflect. Cole puts it in, and the bouncer over the head of Patterson. It will be a goal kick. Good pressure by the Rowdies. A little miscommunication by Trey Mitchell. I think it was maybe Jamal Jack, but the opportunity there, and it kind of took a bad bounce on Schaefer.
Yeah, you're right. It was Jamal Jack and Mitchell. A little miscommunication there, which ended up in a goal-scoring opportunity. Just mishit there and wide of the goal, but the Rowdies are coming on and building up in a hurry here early in this first half.
Interesting fact, Mitchell was actually injured, did not play against the Rowdies when Pittsburgh won 2-0 back last month. Kiesel Broom And I mean, injured in the pregame. Had a shoulder injury. Kiesel Broom came on and ended up earning Team of the Week honors for the USL, shutting out the Rowdies. But it's Mitchell who gets the start tonight. Throw in short, Collins. Zach goes out.
Well, you remember that second goal was scored by Romeo Parks against the Rowdies in Pittsburgh, and a lot of people remember that name because of what he did the previous season. The drop kick in the back to another player was suspended by the league, was dropped by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and I guess they believe in second chances in Pittsburgh, and they did re-sign him. He's a talented player, but did he ever make a vital mistake in his career? So he's made amends, and he's contributing to the Pittsburgh Riverhound side.
Here's Chavez. He'll get it to Marcel Schaefer. Schaefer going over the top for Ristoff. Ristoff off the chest. Able to keep it in, but under pressure. Pushed wide by Green. Back out to Portillo's. Header off Patterson. It will go back to the goalkeeper, Trey Mitchell. And reminder here, the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news by visiting USLsoccer.com and follow the league on Twitter at USL. Lee, it hasn't been much of a play into it. It's been slightly overcast, but the sun could be a factor for the next few minutes. Could be in the eyes of Trey Mitchell as the Rowdies, the sun at their back. And it has been a problem at Al Lang, but there are some clouds, but you can see as the ball will go down, the shadows do not cover that goal box or that penalty area right now. Cole out to Morrell. Porter. Back to Joe Cole. He's got some space, but he'll switch the field to Zach Portillo's. Portillo's off the left foot, has Schaefer running around him. He'll get it. Schaefer to the line. Schaefer cuts it back on the right foot. Shot off to Mitchell. Rebound. Goal! Rowdies! And it's Alex Morrell.
Well, there is his first goal in league play for Alex Morrell. He has been something else since coming in and getting his starts for the Rowdies, making the most of Marcel Schaefer. What a great cut. And then he slides it across. It takes a deflection and just goes up and over, and it sits right there for Morrell. There's the deflection there. And it is Alex Morrell to get in front of the two Pittsburgh Riverhound defenders and tap that one in for the early lead.
You see Martin Patterson there picking him up. I would say that Martin Patterson knew that was Alex Morrell's first professional goal. Obviously, he got one in the U.S. Open Cup against Jacksonville, but Patterson's so fired up anyway, he may have picked him up whether it was his first or his 100th. But the Rowdies with a 1-0 lead in the 12th minute.
And again, I talked about that in the pregame show, the type of plays that could develop, and it did once again. Two defenders of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds not picking up a man in the box, too busy ball watching Marcel Schaefer, and Alex Morrell comes in from behind, gets good position, and has an open net to tap that in.
Here's Joe Cole creating trouble, but loose ball will come out to Pittsburgh, and Busamunde will play it up the field. Okai and Jack will work now. Underneath the foot of Kay Banjo, and will go back harmlessly to Matt Higgins. Justin Chavez with that at his feet. You're looking at an interesting stat. Justin Chavez coming into tonight has played in 9 games, 6 starts. This is his 7th start, but in his 6 previous starts, the Tampa Bay Rowdies are 4 wins and 2 draws when Justin Chavez starts, and his family visiting from Oklahoma tonight as well.
Yeah, we saw them after training yesterday. They're all very happy to be down here to watch him play, and he has been extremely important for this team. And as you said, their record does show it when he's in it, just how strong the Rowdies are.
and only the short amount of games because of injury. Started the season with a shoulder injury and really wasn't, I don't think he was active completely in those first 3 games. And then had the toe injury. I know it's a severe toe injury. Believe me, I've had a turf toe, and I think they say this was significantly worse than a turf toe, which forced him to basically miss mid-May until able to come on against Orlando just last week or 2 weeks ago. But those injuries have kept him in track as he's been a mainstay right in front of that back 4. He's with the ball at his foot now, and he'll find Marcel Schaefer. The versatility of a Justin Chavez also allows him to go into that central defender should he need. But Schaefer now with it. We'll find Ristoff looking for Chavez and Cole between them. Splits between them, they'll lose it. Here's Banjo. Banjo looking for some space into the area. He's got 4 shirts around him. Do a good job of just holding possession. He'll play it across the near post, and the Collins pressure doesn't allow to find the man in the box. Corey Herzog as Pickens collects it. We'll watch the replay. Stuart Campbell will like that because there was 1 black and blue shirt in there and 7 green and yellow. That would be a tough ball to get across. On the ball now is Okai. Back to Jack. Jack will find Akbasamunde. That one into the seats, and as that goes into the seats for viewers in Tampa Bay, this TV has your chance to win a PS4 Pro console and a copy of FIFA 2017 Deluxe Scarf Bundle, plus a special autographed item from the Rowdies. Watch Rowdies home games on this TV all season and look for the clue. Go to MOR-TV.com for game days and times.
I think we're in that fine print down there, Mike, that we're not allowed to enter the competition.
I think that will make void all of mine that I did going to MOR-TV.com. And I say that because someone asked me on Twitter how to find it. Well, just go to MOR-TV.com and you can find out how you can win it. Pickens looking long. Patterson, a little space. May have been a handball, it looked like, as the challenge from Georgie. I would think that that's what we're looking.
Yeah, because I immediately looked over to see if the flag had gone up, and it didn't, and Patterson had continued his run there for a second, so that's what it is.
I think Joe Cole saying, no, it didn't. It looked like it maybe, but it didn't. With the British accent, of course. I dare not embarrass myself to show that British accent right now. Now, if we had a Canadian out there, you could get that great Canadian accent.
Yeah.
We won't ask it, though. We'll let it come out.
Out and about tonight at Al Lang Stadium.
St. Petersburg. Rowdies leading 1-0 here in the 17th minute. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey. Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Pittsburgh with a free kick.
You could also get Kyle Porter to do it, the lone Canadian on the Rowdies tonight.
That's sent in. It's going to bounce through. Kind of found through with eyes, but it is able to be cleared out by the Rowdies and off Patterson. Be a throw in for the Riverhounds.
Another great crowd here at Al Lang Stadium. It continues to fill in. Not too many empty seats on this side. On our side, the old baseball stadium side of it fills in great. Ralph's Mob once again doing a fantastic job here, and it is such a home field advantage for the Rowdies with such a great fan base.
Collins over Patterson and finds Ristoff. Now back to Marcel Schaefer. Schaefer with some space. That one's back into Portillo's. Nice touch by Patterson.
You see that once again. Every time the ball goes into Pittsburgh's half, Marcel Schaefer drops back to that left back position, and Zach Portillo's moves forward. He's just got that speed that Marcel may have had a little bit earlier in his career, but he's still a great veteran player with a lot of skill and savvy out there. But Portillo's has got the legs, so they move him in that forward position or that attacking mid position.
Collins looks over at the top. Let's check in with Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Mike, we're talking about the Riverhounds here. You might as well call them the Roadhounds. This is their 4th road game in their past 5 matches. It's their first ever visit to Tampa Bay, but they've been on the road a lot recently, and they've also not picked up a win in quite a while, so it's going to take a bit for them to come back and pick up 3 points tonight here on the road in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, their last win was against the Rowdies back at the end of June. I think it was like the 22nd of June.
Yep.
A loss against Charlotte on the 4th of July, and then 4 consecutive draws. And they find themselves trailing 1-0 now here in the 19th minute. Long ball sent across. That's Green from his right back position. Mike Green stood up by Portillos. Green back into Parks. Good touch, and Justin Chavez will be whistled for the foul as he came in a little late on Solto. It's a hard foul. Looks like Chavez maybe a talking to, I guess in this case. No card issued. It was hard, but it was chest to chest, really. And I think that's the difference of where McAndawiri got a foul. His foot came in. See Chavez, and then a little bit of shove afterwards.
Yeah, just a little bit late there. So proper call. Again, it's not though the area that you want to be giving up these free kicks, forcing your team to defend well. Matt Pickens on his near post, directing where that wall should be. Here's it's going to be a 3-man wall. And Schaefer having a word with the official. He has to be careful as he drops back.
Schaefer drops back a little bit more, so there would just be 2. Cole and Patterson in that wall. Parks on it again, I believe. Sent into the box. Diving header attempt, but Georgi Ristov will run onto it, and he'll wait for a little help. Now he'll send it long, looking for Cole, but it's over the top, and it is Romeo Parks defending. Chavez sends it back up. Can't find Cole. Parks will take the loose ball. Out to Herzog.
That was a good play there by Romeo Parks, and Georgi sent that ball. Long ball. You have to make sure you're going to get that clearance there, because if you whiff on that, it's a very dangerous chance there, because the Rowdies had a couple numbers moving forward.
Well, McAndawiri plays it out. Thought he had played it off the Riverhounds. As it is, it would be a Pittsburgh throw. Herzog, who does have a long throw, but will throw it in short. 2 Parks. Washington. To Washington, it's Alex Morrell on the ball. A little dangerous spot to be doing that, and he'll work with Portillos, but he'll hustle out to get to the loose ball and help win it with Schaefer.
Yeah, someone's got to tell him there's a man on immediately, and Morrell then would have taken that first touch. There's an easy foul call there.
Patterson will get the free kick, and the latest USL news is on Sirius XM FC. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 7 Eastern on Channel 85. Sirius XM FC will also air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for date and times. The ball's played short. Rowdies looking forward, and McAndawiri has to go across. We talked to Stuart Campbell yesterday, Lee, about team strategy coming into Al Lang Stadium and dropping players back. It didn't appear that Pittsburgh did that the first few minutes, but interesting enough, after they've fallen behind 1-0, they've opted to drop back, where they have all 10 men in their half and allowing the Rowdies to play possession on their own half. But here's a loose ball to Portillos. He'll put it in first time. It's cleared away. That beat the defender. He'll get the second one. Unfortunate touch will be the Riverhounds.
Look at the speed there and determination of Zach Portillos, and he's questioned why. He thinks that's a quick whistle. He's just in there on a challenge, and the free kick goes the way of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. But that's what Portillos can do. He can run it everywhere, and that's why Stuart Campbell's giving them that bit of freedom to go forward when it's in the half of Pittsburgh. And now you see him drop back, and Marcel Schaefer has gone a little forward. Alex Morrell playing over on that left-hand side now, so him and Georgi Ristov have also switched off.
And it does seem more than just making a run. Maybe something seen by Stuart Campbell to switch him off. Herzog able to keep possession to Soto. Okai under pressure from Cole. He's able to step away, gain possession, and turn. Bad ball though, and Ristov will have it. Ristov will attack. Has no one in front of him, but he does have support next to him, and one of that is Schaefer. Schaefer on the left foot. He'll tee it up and off the backside. The loose ball does not reach Patterson. It's cleared out. It will be a throw in, and you give Marcel Schaefer that kind of time. He's got one of the, maybe the best left foot in the league.
Yeah, that's something that the Rowdies need to pick up on. They were not stepping up the Riverhounds defense. They just kept dropping back. And Schaefer said, if you're going to give me that space, I'm going to have a go. And fortunate for Pittsburgh that took a deflection because Schaefer got everything on that shot.
As Georgie's made his way back over to the left side, he and Morrell switched back. If he didn't communicate with Portillos, the touch will go out. It will be a goal kick.
There you see Corey Herzog, the former Rowdy. Had a difficult time, Mike, didn't he? Just trying to break into that starting 11. You know, came in and got a lot of his minutes as a substitute. And since being with Pittsburgh and being a regular starter, he's found his touch back and is finding the back of the net regularly for the Riverhounds.
Yeah, I think he got his 20th goal in just a season and a half for the Riverhounds in his game on Wednesday.
He had not nearly many more appearances for the Rowdies, not scoring that many goals, and he had less appearances for the Riverhounds and scored way more goals than he ever did as a member of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Patterson will play it out to Ristov. Sent across. Morrell runs in. He's a little late. Loose ball. Goal! No! There's a foul called behind the ball. Don't know who the foul was on. Are they calling it on Morrell? The loose ball by Patterson. Didn't hear the whistle initially.
I'd like to see that again because I don't think there was a whistle, Mike. The flag stayed down. And that's a really late call. That's the foul there on Morrell coming in. That's ridiculous.
That is
if he's hit the player, how did the ball go forward? He may have touched the Pittsburgh player, but he's playing the ball. He got 90% of the ball. That's not a foul. That's going in and playing the ball 100%. That's a terrible call. The Rowdies get robbed there.
Morrell will play it out. Patterson ended up finishing the goal. It's not going to count. And meanwhile, Marcel Schaefer has been letting Rosendo Mendoza hear it. And he's been everything but carded. Every verbal warning, it appears. But some frustration on that one from the Rowdies. Washington.
I don't think there was a whistle, Mike. I didn't hear a whistle, and neither did the Riverhounds. That was just catching the Riverhounds on a bad clear, and they were all going the other way, and the rest of the Riverhounds continued to play that sequence out. So I don't think there was a whistle at all.
Opportunity now sent wide. Back across. Portillo's a poor clearance. Collins. So Ristov has it. Sent up by Pickens. Rowdy's a little fortunate. Some sloppiness in the area, but no harm. Cole will get it to Patterson. It's a one-on-one situation, but a lot of blue and black shirts dropping behind the ball quickly, and they slow it down.
Yeah, we're going to have another look in the back there and see if our team can find out if there was a whistle. It might be because of the crowd just drowned it out because they thought it was a goal.
The Rowdies still with possession. Keeping it, and it's Schaefer. Chavez. Up to Porter. Morrell and Porter, but Morrell has to have McCandawary sent into the area. It's headed up by Boston Linde. And it's free. Now Cole looks to Patterson. Patterson sends it across, and it's saved there by Ed. Here's a replay of the earlier opportunity. very late whistle.
He whistles it, yeah.
As Patterson striking the ball.
Well after the foul.
So the referee did, but you hate to look into what it was, but he had a pretty good angle of the ball running in. He seemed to wait a good second, and it was pretty obvious that the Rowdies were going to have an opportunity from about 8 to 12 yards out when that whistle was blown. If it was actually something he thought, it probably should have been whistled earlier. Just my opinion, not necessarily that I'm right.
Well, I would 100% agree with you. If it's on the Morrell foul, why didn't the whistle get blown immediately? I don't see why there was that good 2 to 3 second pause. The ball taken at the top of the box before that whistle went.
Looked like a 50-50 ball and one of those things, and the throw as Washington grabs about 20 extra yards. Should be a Rowdies throw at that point if the referee was holding on, but he didn't. He's going to let Pittsburgh throw it again. So the whistle did go before the goal went in. That much we'll give you. But it was certainly a late whistle on whether it was really even a foul or not. Here's up for wrist up, a nice header and recovery by Green. It will go over the line, a throw in for the Rowdies. Shots tonight, the Rowdies out shooting Pittsburgh 5-2. And the Rowdies at home, of course, 1 week from tonight against Harrisburg City Islanders. Our pregame starts at 7. You know the channels. You're watching us right now. You're watching us on that channel. Watch us again 1 week from tonight as the Rowdies will be home for game number 3 of this 3-game homestand.
Crucial homestand, I think, Mike, as the season winds down, that you do want to take the full 9 points at home. The Rowdies have found their form again after a bit of a down stretch that they've really come out well in their previous 3 games. Unfortunate late penalty kick goal in Orlando denying them of a full 3 points there, but 7 out of a possible 9 in the last 3 has really turned the tide for the Rowdies as of late, and they're continuing to play with a lot of confidence right now.
Half hour passed here at Al Lang Stadium, St. Petersburg, Florida. Tampa Bay Rowdies lead the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 1-0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly. Ball whipped across by Marcel Schaefer, and it will be the first U.S. Ameribank corner kick of the night for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Again, another showing of how much confidence Stuart Campbell has in young Alex Morrell. That he's in there taking the corner kicks. He's really happy with the service and delivery that he provides this club.
Here's Morrell, will be a right foot in swinging near post, and it's off a wrist off, and it will be another U.S. Ameribank corner kick as Ristoff had a back heel, and it's cleared out. Rowdies a lot of success this year. Have only lost 1 time when scoring first, and 7 wins and their 12 games that they have done so. That's played out. Here's Schaefer, some space on the left foot. It's deflected, and that one will be a throw in. Morrell is on it. He's waiting for some help. Patterson running down the line. He'll throw it into him. Patterson making that run will get it back to Morrell. Alex Morrell to Schaefer. No bodies in the box, so Schaefer will just keep possession. Georgie may have been, but a ball played in there would have more than likely found a blue and black shirt. Cole will get it back out to Porter.
Nice pass there by Porter, threading the needle.
Cole over the touch line. That's a big one there. Lee, you talked about Charlotte jumping into first.
4-0, so Charleston Battery on that poor run. They haven't won in their last 4 games without Romario Williams, so Charlotte Independence now top of the league with 39 points. They get 2 better of the Charleston Battery.
Dropped in for Okai. Now back to Jack. Parks, who's moved across the field to the other side. His ball looking for Banjo is taken away by the Rowdies, and Ristoff and Portillo's will work now. Over the top. Looking for Patterson. It's off the head of Adewale.
That's a corner kick. That's a bad clear by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
And it will be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick. Good look at Dave Brandt, a little frustrated on that one, apparently. Morrell will make his way across on the light jog. Now entering your screen. Basamunde helping direct traffic. Former Rowdy.
He had trouble cracking the starting 11 as well with Steph Antonejevic and Tamika McAndawiri, the main center backs back then.
Morrell hangs this one high. Collins, and it's over the net. Neil Collins rose above everyone, but he couldn't get the header down, and it just goes over the crossbar.
Jeez, the Hounds have looked really sloppy defending tonight so far. That ball has just hung up, and it almost looked like it was slow motion. And you can see the displeasure on some of the Riverhounds' faces there on, having words with each other. That, hey, we got to be better defending.
Yeah, 7 yards out, a high ball that finds the back post. You would hope your goalkeeper comes for it, but you got to listen to the call. If he says it, you got to challenge it, and you got to get up and do it. As it was, Collins high over him, and probably just drifted a little high. Couldn't get enough on it to get it down in time. Rowdies will come away with this loose ball, and now it's Ristoff with not a lot of help in front of him. Gets it to Schaefer. Rowdies will look to exit the field on the other side. McAndawiri out to Porter. Morrell drops it back, and the Rowdies keeping possession. Collins again, now wide to McAndawiri. Riverhounds kind of pushing their pressure up a little bit. Coming into the half, they seem to content for the last 15 minutes or so to go into their own half. Ristoff. Portillo. And Georgie once again will send it across the field. This time a little bit of space for McAndawiri as the Riverhounds have had to drop to defend more. Here's Porter. And Morrell. Cole is open. Cole can turn. He does. Joe Cole looking for the corner. It's Patterson running in a shoulder charge. He's got a little help. The tackle, not the best ball, but he got away with it for the Rowdies, I believe, with Soto.
That's a good play there by the Hounds. Good defending to win the ball back. And that's going to be a foul against the Rowdies on Corey Herzog.
Stuart Campbell a little incredulous at that one. Let's see Herzog. Looks like Portillo's had his foot in, and Corey Herzog kicked Portillo's foot.
Yeah, Corey Herzog goes in from behind and ends up falling down.
Stuart Campbell had a case on that one. The Riverhounds on it. Good chance. That one shot, and Pickens down to his right to make a save. A little harmless, not able to get a lot on it was Okai. And from 30 yards out, you'll need to get more on it from there to beat Matt Pickens.
Yes, you will. That was just another day at the office for Matt Pickens. And that's one thing what the Hounds do. They'll try those shots from distance. And if you are, yeah, you have to get much more on it than that. This time the foul going on Washington against Morrell.
Rowdies leading 1-0. It was a goal back in the 11th minute by Alex Morrell. That one's off the Rowdies. Will be a Riverhounds throw. Morrell, a member of the USL Team of the Week 2 of the last 3 weeks.
And he's trying to get it again for this week. He's scoring his first USL goal.
Collins on it now. Morrell. Interesting enough, those 2 honors were when he received nothing more than assist, but it was plays like that, unfortunately not that one, because that one was taken away, but it's penetration and going at defenders that have created opportunities that have put him on that list.
Yeah, that's what I like about Morrell. He didn't win it that time, but when he doesn't see anybody moving, anybody to pass it to, and he just says, the heck with it, I'm going to take that ball, I'm going to run with it by myself and go at defenders and make them try to stop me, and that's what creates and opens up space for the Rowdies.
Well, soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Driven, that was a bad ball. Schaefer got it, and looks like Herzog may have gotten away with that one. There's Ristoff, and still nothing in front of him. He'll find McCandawiri. Tam looks up. Tam will miss the next match against the Harrisburg City Islanders. Yellow card accumulation. Receiving his 5th of the season tonight. There's the look at the central defender for the Rowdies. Now Porter into Morrell. Morrell just has to go back into his own half. Pittsburgh is making a concerted effort to push the pressure up higher now. They'll still let McCandawiri. They want to see the long ball. They have a couple of big defenders in Bosamunde and Adewale.
Well, the Riverhounds look complacent and okay with just defending.
Well, here is Morrell. Great ball won by Patterson. He found Morrell on the header. Cole on it. Cole will tee it up. It's Morrell, finds a loose ball top of the box. Back to Cole. Cole's got help wide. He gives it wide. It's Porter. Porter across. That's over everyone, but it'll be run down by Portillos. Good work by the Riverhounds. Will send it up towards midfield more so, but it's Schaefer that runs it down.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mike, that the Riverhounds are happy with this, allowing the Rowdies to win that possession battle and just defend, and they're going to hope to get something on a free kick or corner.
Much better ball by Porter, and Patterson just doesn't put it on target. The last ball by Porter was way too long. That one, a beautiful ball driven into Patterson. Just could not get it on frame.
Yeah, he just got a piece of that, and he was a little upset with himself. He'd love to get that one back and have another try at it, but again, a good opportunity for the Rowdies developing out of the back.
It's off the chest to Herzog. It'd be a throw in for the Rowdies. Collins to McCandawiri. Some nights when those teams allow those passes back there, I wish I had a nickel for every time I said that. We'd be rich. Morrell will get called for the foul as he goes down. Jamal Jack was taken down there. I've always wondered if I was going to call a game with the last guy's name Jack is, do I know him? Do I know Jack?
You don't.
I do not. That is true. I do not. That ball mishit. Patterson, though, can't really control it. Mitchell was a long way away. Patterson will earn a free kick. Terrible ball on the free kick by Trey Mitchell. And Martin Patterson got his head on it. And it'll be a yellow card on Gale Agbosamunde.
Yeah, you see Gale going in and getting the shoulder on Patterson. He had to do that, really, take him down to stop, but was just a bad play by Trey Mitchell.
And from that angle, you played the player, not the ball. You'll get a yellow card every time, particularly when you're that last defender. If Agbosamunde had maybe jumped for the ball, I don't think he gets a card and probably doesn't get a foul.
Yeah, and you have to be careful. Last man back was working Rochester and Toronto FC 2 on Wednesday, and that's what happened to Toronto FC 2. They pulled down a player, and last man, and it was a straight red card.
Marcel Schaefer over this. Does this just come as a rifled shot? He's hit one beautifully earlier today that hit the Pittsburgh Riverhound player. There's a three-man wall I would not want to be a part of. Here is Schaefer on it. He'll go down. It did not get everything on that one. It rolls into the breadbasket of Mitchell. So Mitchell bailed out, but Agbosamunde does have a yellow card. Probably courtesy of his mistake as he sends this one across midfield.
Yeah, and it's too bad Schaefer couldn't get everything on it because that played perfectly. He drove that along the ground and he got to get it underneath the wall, but just didn't get everything on that shot.
Nice work by the Rowdies, and Portillo's was actually defended well, but somehow a loose ball comes to him. He's still running onto it as Ristov sends it over, and Agbosamunde will be there to clear it out. As we hit 45 minutes, the Rowdies will have a throw. We will see 1 minute of stoppage time added. Schaefer makes his way to the ball. It's thrown back to Collins. See it, the Rowdies maybe looking for one more opportunity this half. Chavez into Porter, Morrell. Cole is dropped back. In final seconds, Rowdies just possession. As it's across the back line. Does not look like we'll get that opportunity. As Collins and Chavez are playing it back and forth, and Makandawiri. Patterson's desperately screaming, play it one more time, send it long. They don't, and as it comes back across midfield, we'll hear the whistle concluding the first 45 minutes, and the Rowdies on an Alex Morrell goal will walk away here at the lead at the half. It was a little slow start in the first 5 minutes. Pittsburgh had an opportunity too, but it was certainly cleared up. I believe Heather Donnelly might be with Dave Brandt, the head coach. Heather?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Coach, you're down here 1-0 at the half. How would you describe your team's first half performance?
Tough first half. We made a defending mistake in the goal and a couple others. I mean, I think our tactics are okay. This is always going to be a tough game for us. Tampa Bay, an excellent team. Our third game in 8 days, just the humidity. I mean, we're just a little slow of foot right now, so we got to try to get sorted out.
You're on a 4-game unbeaten streak, 4 draws. In order to get better than a draw tonight, you're going to have to score at least 2 goals now. How do you plan to do that in the second half?
Yeah, I think we had to regroup in a couple ways in the second half. We've got to fix a couple of things that were broken, but Tampa's a good team. I mean, we're just going to try to fight back.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Heather, and we will come back with more on this halftime show. The Rowdies lead the Riverhounds 1-0. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
Today, we can connect more, play more, do more. And all that more takes energy. At Duke Energy, we're doing more too. More innovative technology, like ways to fix outages before they happen, for more reliable energy every day. So no matter how much you do, we're always here, with power for your life.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
If you're new in town and working on your dreams and you don't know what you need, we got the perfect plan for you. My Blue, we are here for you, for you, for you. We're Florida Blue. Don't you worry now, 'cause you don't have to. Here we always say we got you. We are here for you. This is your home, Florida Blue.
Some people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.
Halftime in St. Petersburg. The Rowdies lead the Riverhounds 1-0 at Al Lang Stadium. Mike Pepper alongside Lee Godfrey in 45 minutes that, the fans had a little bit to be excited about. An early goal there, Lee, and the Rowdies really kind of controlled play from that point.
That always helps, doesn't it? And now Pittsburgh Riverhounds are on that back foot. They're going to have to push forward. It's going to open things up. The Rowdies might have that opportunity then to be able to add that second goal.
They're going to be looking to get that second goal, but let's see how they got the first goal as they first half highlights in front of us.
Yeah, it was a great start by the Rowdies. They moved the ball well. Here we see some of those opportunities, and it is a long shot forward. This is the little miscommunication there. Joe Cole kind of whiffs on it, just misses Patterson to be able to head that ball in as the Rowdies put the pressure on early. Again, just some great ball movement, moving from left to right. Zach Portillo's. Watch this play here, the overlapping run to Schaefer, and the ball gets pushed in. The Riverhounds caught ball watching, nobody picking up Alex Morrell. Talked about this in the pregame on how you could expose the Pittsburgh Riverhounds as Schaefer gets into the box, puts it across, and Morrell comes in behind the two defenders. And it was a game earlier in the year that we saw the play. And there's another opportunity by Neil Collins going over the head there. That one just seemed to hold up and not able to get over top of that ball. Again, the Riverhounds not with much in the first half. That was probably their only opportunity in the match.
Yeah, and that one was from distance. And Marcel Schaefer, I don't know if he get the assist. Did go off the goalie, but he showed that right foot was more than just standing, although didn't get a lot on it. It worked out. Rowdies get the 1-0 lead. You can see the shots dominating 10-3. And the Riverhound shots were pretty much similar to what you just saw from that point. Rowdies possession controlling it. The foul's interesting. One thing we will look at is Tamika McAndawiri with the yellow card. Will miss the next game for the Rowdies, but they will have Damian Lowe possibly back, who is on the bench tonight. We have more coming up on the half. The Rowdies lead the Riverhounds 1-0. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
T, let's go, let's go. Come on. Short pass on 3. 1, 2, 3, short pass. How can you be more?
We're on the road showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. 1 cap beats 4 of theirs. OxyClean gets the tough stains out.
The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Attendance numbers have been impressive, fan bases have been strengthened, and the newest club to join the USL has been announced. In a press conference, USL President Jake Edwards announced Fresno Football Club is set to join the league for the 2018 season.
It's great to finally be here, representing the league and our Chief Executive Officer, Alec Papadakis, as we welcome another fantastic professional soccer club into our league and a fantastic new community into our USL family. My great pleasure on behalf of Alec Papadakis and the USL family to officially welcome Fresno into the USL for the 2018 season.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'd like to start off by saying that the World Cup is coming next year, and so is Fresno Football Club. Good timing. When people come to a game, I'm hoping to pack this stadium out, that they're going to look forward to it, they're going to get behind the team. It's going to be a great thing for the city of Fresno.
Really need your support to make this work. I think that the turnout today has shown that the passion's there. I'm excited about it. Go FFC. Let's go.
Fans can find more information and reserve season tickets at FresnoFC.com. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
We got the sun. We got today. We got the sun. Jumping. Got it right through the night. Got it dialed in. It's just you and me. In a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium. I talked about this in the pregame show. What could the Rowdies do to take advantage? Well, this was an earlier game. Louisville, Brian Ownby into the box. Pittsburgh ball watching, not picking up anybody, and it was an easy tap in for Lancaster. There you have it again. This is almost going to be the exact same play as we watched this time. Instead of Brian Ownby on Louisville, it's going to be Marcel Schaefer taking it into the corner, and he's able to put that across to Morel. As they're all ball watching, nobody picks up Morel, and he taps it in. Almost the identical play. And now Heather Donnelly is pitch side with Stu Campbell.
Thanks, Lee. Coach, you're up 1-0 here after 45 minutes, a great goal by Alex Morel. What stood out to you about the first half?
Yeah, just the way we controlled the game, the possession. We created 3 or 4 real good chances. I felt we had a perfectly good goal ruled out. So, yeah, we just want more of the same in the second half.
What can you do to take advantage of the Riverhounds, maybe leaving people open in the box, just struggling a little bit in the final, in their defensive third?
Yeah, we have to keep crossing the ball, keep getting numbers in the box. That's where our goal come from. That's where our chance that we created have come from.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Guys?
Thank you, Heather. And yeah, that was the frustration you heard Coach Campbell talk about, the goal disallowed. Still, I think they've probably seen that, and they're going, what in the world was the call? Why was the call? But it is what it is, Lee. It's only a 1-0 lead. Should probably be 2, but the Rowdies will be looking to add to that lead, and Pittsburgh's going to have to come forward. We heard Dave Brandt going into half talk about he's got to put more pressure on there and try and create some opportunities, and they're going to do that with a substitution now.
Yeah, it looks like Gallet is out of the game, and it looks like Kevin Kerr, I believe, was coming into the game. With Gallet being on that yellow card, they don't want to take a chance there of having that be affected. But yeah, you're right. And at halftime, Stuart Campbell did go over. You saw him. I saw him at the half. He wanted to have a word with the official to ask what was the call there. Was it the foul on Morel? And how did you see it that way? And then secondly, why not blow the whistle immediately? He waited to blow that whistle. And it was a bit of a late call, so a lot of questions that he probably wanted answered before they start the second 45 minutes of play.
Yeah, it's something that we'll have to look at. For position-wise, it looks like the Riverhounds going to 3 in the back. They're going to move inside a little bit, Jack, and they'll probably bring in Kerr, typically a midfielder, to play a little bit higher than what we've been seeing. And he is one of the regulars that has been there. And actually, they'll be throwing up like the captain's armband. Maybe they switched that over from Corey Herzog anyway, because Kerr is typically their guy anyway.
Yeah, so trying to get something going offensively, but that's going to really cause some problems. They haven't been playing well defensively. This could just open them up a lot more for the Rowdies.
Washington has kind of dropped back a little bit. That ball sent long out by Mitchell. Header won by Colin Chavez in on the tackle. Didn't get it the first time, but forced Herzog to go high, and it will go. Now an opportunity down. Kerr will run towards the corner. It is cleared away by Portillo's into the bench.
I don't know if I would want it to have been in the Pittsburgh Riverhounds locker room at the halftime. I'm sure there was a very vocal head coach in that room trying to spark his club, who came out pretty flat in that first half.
Well, Kerr is going to be taken down right outside the box. It is 18 yards, 6 inches off the line, but it is towards the corner. So an opportunity for the Riverhounds now.
This will be very interesting. Corey Herzog is saying that foul took place inside the box. Let's have another look at this as Kerr gets involved immediately. That is very close, but I do think he's outside because of where Neil Collins was there. So again, this is the opportunities you do not want to give the Hounds, because they haven't been in the game at all, and this is something that will get them back into it. As you see, yes, that Neil Collins had stepped up and outside of the box. So yes, he fell into the box, but it took place outside of the box. So that is the right call. It's going to be difficult here for the Hounds to get this up and over the wall, and as it's sitting right outside the 18.
Looks like Kerr, and he's going to send it in. It's chested down, and it would be a whistle for a foul, as it is Adewale who pushes Justin Chavez in the back. It wasn't a great angle, but I thought, you know, you get an opportunity like that, Lee, maybe you go on goal. They chose not to do it, play it in, and Chavez well defensively positioned there. Well, the latest USL news is on SiriusXM FC. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 Eastern on Channel 85. SiriusXM FC will also air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. That one is won by Adewale, Cole, and Portillo's. See the sprinkler marks on here as that ball played up for Patterson. That one's controlled by Patterson, whose family's still in town. Hopefully we get an opportunity for Martin Patterson to scare his children once again, like he did last week. Porter sent into the box, diving header clearance. Chavez back in, but it is on the ball by Solto. Okai plays it up. Collins able to win that.
Good step up there by Neil Collins. Very smart defensively, getting right in there and not allowing that attack to continue. They have to go back and regroup, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Ball slotted through. Parks just misses it, and Morrell takes possession. Rowdies as they control. Let's check in with Heather Donnelly on the sideline.
Well, Mike, in the first half, you talked about the statistic when the Rowdies score first, and the numbers were very good in favor of them. Well, when they're leading at the half, it's also good numbers. The Rowdies are 4-2-0 when they are up after 45 minutes. So it's looking good for Tampa Bay, guys.
Together as that ball Ristoff will play it off of the Riverhounds. It'll be a throw in for the Rowdies. Well, shout out Lee, one of my family members. I had my nephews up here. My brother apparently watching it in the Fort Knox area. Josh, who is watching. Jackson and Judson up in the booth, along with Carey.
Getting treated to a good one so far. They're sitting below Ralph's mob. An exciting part of the pitch to be able to be in, and now it's the goal that the Rowdies are attacking, so it'd be even better if they could see a goal down at their end of the pitch.
Well, maybe Martin Patterson can scare my nephews. That one turned over. It's Solto on it, trying to find Kerr. Chavez in the right place. He steps up and he'll get it out wide to Cole. Cole looking, maybe Patterson, but Cole tries to go to the defender. Good job defending by Washington, but it will be a throw in for the Rowdies. Collins will use Pickens, and Pickens just sends it high up towards midfield. Uncontested is Okai. And now Kerr. Collins will win that second one as we hit 50 minutes gone here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies in the first half. Alex Morrell goal. Lead 1-0. That one to the foot. Georgie Riztov. Nicely left for Schaefer. Marcel Schaefer's dangerous from here. He's all the way to the line. He'll try to cut it back. It will go over the line. Defended there by Mike Green. Schaefer maybe wanted to whip that one in. Patterson running on that near post may have had a chance.
Patterson's actually pointed during that run where he wanted that ball. He pointed 5 feet in front of him, Marcel Schaefer. I don't know if he didn't see him or not, but he wanted that ball placed out in front of him so he could have either could have slid in there or got down and got a head on it, but he was asking for it. It just came a little too late.
Well, Alex Morrell will take the US Ameribank corner kick. In swinger again. This one. Collins challenged, but it's won there by Parks. Parks came in late and got in. And there's some swinging, arm swinging between Parks and Collins right now. Actually, that's not Parks. That is Jack. Back in. By arm swinging him in. It's backhanded arm swinging. This time Morrell tries to poke it, and Jamal Jack is there. Offside is Corey Herzog.
Morrell's a little bit upset there that the ball intended for I wasn't sure if it was intended for Cole or Patterson. But Morrell's like, you got to move to the ball. You both are standing still. You can't wait for it to come to you. You got to get to that, and then that would have been a good scoring opportunity for the Rowdies.
So the offside call back where the alliance was is Collins has to push it back a few steps. He'll get the loose ball back, and it'll be McCandawary. Porter. And again, Tam forced this time to go all the way back to Pickens. That ball's bouncing. Al Lang, incredibly smooth field. We've talked about a few of the maybe turf changes, Lee, and that area has been affected by rain throughout. That one wasn't the easiest ball for Pickens. This one's a good ball for Cole. It's just past him. Missed the outstretched Cole as Portillo's put it into the box.
That was a great ball, and I thought that Joe Cole was actually going to get to that one. And I think that is just because possibly of the sprinkling at the half, that one just took one extra little skip in front of Joe Cole. But it was a nice ball getting it around that back line of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Brought down by Adewale. Again, Adewale. Rowdies holding on to a 1-0 lead. Again, it's Parks. O'Neal Parks will find Washington. Chested down by Kerr. Now Solto. Cleared away by Porter, but back out to Green. And now Adewale. Herzog. That one's cleared away. Patterson will challenge along with Jack. Morrell uses his speed, and he'll come down with the second ball. Good off the ball hustle by the Rowdies, and Morrell chips it into Riztov, and just a little long and into the area as Mitchell comes off his line.
Again, great skill. We've seen Morrell a few times with some acrobatics to keep the ball in play, and that time a nice outstretched leg to keep that play alive and have an opportunity.
The Rowdies counterattack. Helped that time by Rosendo Mendoza as that ball off of him, but Rowdies have to just maintain possession, go back into their own half. And now Tam looking for help, looking for Morrell. Here's Okai. All the way back here to Mitchell now as the Rowdies put good pressure on. Okai in. Played up. Here's Herzog. Herzog trying to go over the top. Good run by Pittsburgh. They're into the area. Shot saved by Pickens. It's loose on the ground. No one's there. It's taken away by Collins and drilled out. Rowdies suckered in a little bit by a good counterattack by Pittsburgh, and Pickens had to come up with a save.
Luckily, no one was there for Pittsburgh on the rebound. Pickens slow to react, too, after he couldn't hold on to that one. Nobody home for them, and the Rowdies able to clear it away, so they dodged a bullet there. Maybe that will send a little message, a little wake-up call to the Rowdies that they got to go back to what they were doing in that first half and pushing harder and creating opportunities. You don't want to just sit back and just pass the ball around. You have to keep putting the pedal down and keep attacking like you did in that first to try to get that ever important second goal and really put the Riverhounds out of this match.
Well, for viewers in Tampa Bay, you're watching Rowdies Soccer on this TV Tampa Bay. After all the action on the field, check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first digital movie channel. This TV Tampa Bay, it's digital 32.2 and available on your cable systems in the Tampa Bay area, Spectrum, Frontier, and Comcast. Here is Pittsburgh with it. Cut inside, left foot, shot's going to go wide. Pittsburgh set to make their second substitution of the night. Siobhan Walsh, Chevy Walsh will be on. He'll be on for K. Banjo.
Yeah, haven't said Banjo's name much tonight, haven't we? So, Walsh, the other striker tonight, he started the game against the Charleston Battery on Wednesday.
I believe Walsh had an outstanding goal against the Rowdies, too.
Yeah, he scored the first one that last game in Pittsburgh in the 11th minute of play.
Interesting, the Rowdies scored in the 11th minute tonight.
Does that mean that the Rowdies will score again in
Perhaps.
the 88th minute?
Perhaps.
Mirror image games.
Although the Rowdies did kind of control play for a little while, it was just Pittsburgh that was the more efficient team around the goal.
Signals mixed up there with Morrell and Patterson, and it sends the Riverhounds once again on the counterattack.
Solto and Kerr on it. Here's Walsh.
See that defending at home stat. 3 of those came for the Charleston Battery. So in 9 games, if you take that away, they've only conceded 2 goals. If you take away that Charleston Battery game.
In those 9 games, that's crazy. That's fantastic defense. Walsh will send it wide. Back out, that one's over everyone. Rolling towards the sideline. Morrell wanted to maybe keep it in for a minute, couldn't do it, so the Rowdies will have to throw it out of their own and deep. They'll do it quickly, though. As a little space for Cole, and now Morrell. Morrell's clearance is blocked. It will go out over the touchline. Busy day in St. Petersburg today. Obviously, great crowd here at Al Lang Stadium. And I was a part of as you can see the crowd, I'm a part of a reunion league, played semi-pro football, the St. Pete Sharks. Ernest Gibbons, a great staple. He was actually working a couple of weeks with the ball. He does a lot of volunteer groups and some boys and girls groups. And from the sideline, he was working the concession booth. So he said he missed me. Right now, let's check in with Heather Donnelly, who's on the sideline.
Mike, had a good conversation this week with Martin Patterson about Joe Cole and how he's been as a captain so far this season. He said that Joe Cole has been a great motivator to the team. He gives everyone confidence. When Joe Cole says you can do it, Patterson says you really feel like you can do it. And he said there's almost a childlike feeling of this is Joe Cole. I hope he thinks I'm good, you know? So he really has been a great influence to this team so far, having a player of that caliber on the roster day in and day out. Guys?
Thank you, Heather. You know, Martin Patterson from the English roots probably has a little bit more seen Joe Cole more often than maybe some of these other players have. That one played up for Portillo's, who's in the box. It's a little far. Running across is Adewale, who came out in front of his sliding goalkeeper, Mitchell.
Yeah, again, you know, who was going to take that ball? Mitchell coming off of his line, and that was very close to being a big mistake by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Ball switched over for Porter. Now Morel. Chavez looks forward. Go back to Morel. Morel seems to be this dangerous when something out of nothing, creating opportunities, but it will switch out wide over towards Georgie Ristov. Ristov slotting. Schaefer, miscommunication, slowed his run down just a little bit.
Right idea, though. Just a little heavy on the touch. Schaefer wasn't sure that was going to happen. That's what needs to happen a little more on the bottom of your screen here with Morel. A couple of passes and he's stopped. I'd like to see Morel continue that run once he passes it inside, get up the field, stretch out the defense of the Riverhounds.
Over the 62nd minute, Rowdies still leading 1-0 against the Riverhounds.
More options today, Mike, on the bench for Stuart Campbell. The first time in a while he's been able to fill up all the spots on the substitutes bench. There had to be a lone person today to be told they weren't going to be dressing. Unfortunately, it was Luke Bowden, always tough because Michael Nanchoff is back and healthy and able to be called upon.
Damian Lowe returns from international duty. See with the Rowdies, they are warming up. I would imagine the yellow card to McAndawiri, though, may make Damian Lowe a no-go tonight because the Rowdies will be without Tam McAndawiri next week against the Harrisburg City Islanders.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to, you know, chance that, Mike. Yeah. I could see them dropping Justin Chavez back and bringing in another midfielder.
But you need Damian Lowe next week, and he's also sitting on that caution warning. Now, McAndawiri's was his 5th. Lowe has 7, and the suspensions occur at number 5 and number 8. So Lowe could face suspension next yellow card he gets. Rowdies might also be interested, but now with McAndawiri being out for sure, so get a good look at Damian Lowe and the rest of the subs.
Interesting enough, too, that Damian Lowe has a practice jersey on there, and the rest of the team has the hoops on.
I think the yellow card kind of took that out of the equation. You don't want to be without both Lowe and McAndawiri next game.
No, you don't.
But who knows? You might also want that defender and try to secure tonight's game for sure, depending upon what maybe the Rowdies do here in the next few minutes. Schaefer on it. Some interesting substitution choices on tap for the night for the Rowdies head coach. Patterson cannot get on the end of that. That one is kept in bounds by Portillo's. Stepped over by Collins in. That's Georgie Ristov. Ristov shot cold wide. He's asking for a touch, and it was a touch. Perhaps off the sliding defender, Jamal Jack, but it will be a US Ameribank corner kick here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah, Georgie Ristov saw that right away. Let's have another look. That does take a deflection, and that's probably the only reason why, Mike, that ball was wide.
Well, Alex Morel has been taking the other side corner kicks. This time it'll be Marcel Schaefer taking the US Ameribank corner kick. The Rowdies want the in-swinging corner.
Left-footed in-swinger for Marcel Schaefer.
Towards the penalty spot. That one, a lot of blue shirts reach it. Morrell back out to Schaefer. Doesn't clear the defender Kerr, who was reading that.
Now the Rowdies have to get back. A little pull there. Referee allows the play on.
Parks will be the one, and that's a hustling Alex Morrell, or actually Zach Portillos, excuse me, that clears that one out. And the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news by visiting USLsoccer.com and follow the league on Twitter at USL. Here's Kerr. Herzog was in an offside position, so he didn't run after it. So the through ball will just be taken by Pickens, and he'll work his way up to the top of the area. Pickens called on to make a pretty big save here in the second half. You talked about, I was looking at the formation for Pittsburgh. Obviously removing Akbasamunde at the half and bringing in Kerr, another midfielder for it. But I don't know if they sent someone else for it, if it's more of a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. Looks just to be the two up front in the form of Walsh and Herzog. Porter cleats up, and this, we might have to watch a straight.
Card.
Okay, it is a yellow. That came in, and Mendoza has not been immune to issuing straight reds this year. Porter came in on a straight leg.
Yeah, Kyle Porter had a poor touch. Let that ball get away from him right here. It's a half. He thought that Morrell was probably going to come back. He doesn't.
No, he bent it back. It just looked like from our angle originally, and that kept him from getting the card. Actually, I don't even know if that really was much of a card there, Lee, because I don't think he really made contact. He slid in a little bit. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no. I just think, yeah.
A little surprised on the replay.
And he was late. That's, we can agree on that, probably.
Yeah. That we do. He was definitely late. And the foul coming in, but you know, there's that embellishment too sometimes on that card. That screen was pretty loud. And that ball was a little long, so it'll be a goal kick for the Rowdies.
Well, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds much more in this second half, Mike, than they were the first half. Ralph's mob trying to keep these Rowdies going. You see the Rowdies hit another level here. So the game has slowed down quite a bit, and that's always a scary notion when it is just a one-goal lead. The Rowdies, we talked about their record after scoring first, after leading at the half. They need to get something going here in the final third. Ristov probably the best chance on that deflection.
And Morrell will be whistled for a foul. And Parks.
Morrell kind of having a bit of a chuckle there when you see the size difference. He's like, really? How did I take him down? That guy's huge. I can't, have enough to take that guy down with his size, saying that he's obviously played it up a little bit to the referee.
Parks and Walsh are two big bodies there for the Riverhounds. Jack. Solto.
Rowdies need to step up here.
Long ball sent across. Onside, yes. Washington cuts it back and whiffed on the shot. Walsh may have been in, just missed it. Rowdies very fortunate there. Good ball movement by the Riverhounds. Patterson a good turn, at least to hold traffic up and maybe try and hold on to this ball. And looking for Cole.
Yeah, that was very close to those two linking up there, and that wouldn't have given Matt Pickens much of a chance, that's for sure.
Pittsburgh had numbers in and an open man, and don't know if it maybe took a bounce on Walsh or not. As Walter Restrepo will look to make his way on, perhaps. Parks drives it in. Herzog taking off the ball. Schaefer clipped. Be a free kick for the Rowdies, and Restrepo now in for Martin Patterson. Patterson, I would imagine they're going to shift Georgie Ristoff to the center of this 4-3-3 formation and let Restrepo play out on that left wing.
Yeah, that's where he's best at. He's got that creative ability to come in from that side, and that's exactly what happened last week as well, as Patterson goes off, gives the fans a round of applause. So his goal-scoring streak has ended. He had scored in the previous 3 games.
And I think when they go back and look at it, Rowdies think he may have been ripped off on that one.
Yep. And he probably should have had 4 straight in that one on that
phantom call.
Goal.
Ristoff challenges for that. It's 1. Pittsburgh is a very big team defensively, as well as a couple of bodies up there. Now Washington up the sideline. He'll cut it back inside Solto. Solto mishits. Portillo. Ristoff tries to cut it back. Here's Restrepo. And Parks slots it through. Herzog. Collins on him. It's cut inside and it rolls back to Pickens. But Pittsburgh is getting chances here.
They're getting chances, and the Rowdies certainly, that you can't allow those passes and balls to get through. It's going to come back to bite them soon if they don't pick it up here.
Morrell, though, on it now. Rowdies been kept in check for the most part. There's a couple of handballs, perhaps it does, off Okai. Cole being told to move it backwards a little bit. Chavez quickly plays it into McAndawiri. And those two just turn it over. Poor play by those guys. No pressure, and they'll give it away. Out wide for Herzog. McAndawiri on him. Into the area. Now Walsh. Good coverage by Neil Collins, but it will be a corner kick for the Riverhounds.
See displeasure on Matt Pickens having a go, and it was individual mistakes that Stuart Campbell talks about that has been costing them games, and here we are starting to see a couple of those in the wrong places in the wrong time.
That one's sent into the area. It's headed up and away, but not away, excuse me, by McAndawiri. Now Chavez will send it out, and Cole finally clears it out. That was a dangerous ball. That was McAndawiri 6 yards out and didn't get a lot on it. Fortunately, he was the only body around it. Ristoff.
High boot's going to get called there on Georgie Ristoff, getting it into the face of Suto.
Kerr on it. He'll stand over it, looking to send it into the area perhaps. No, he'll drop it short. He'll try a quick 2-1-2 with Parks on it. Parks will tee it, and Pickens down to his left makes the save. Parks had a little bit of space and tried to go through traffic. Going through the motions right now, it seems that the Rowdies are. Kerr throws it in. Inside, here's Walsh. Sends it into the scoreboard. As he sends it to the scoreboard, we will remind viewers in Tampa Bay, this TV has your chance to win a PS4 Pro Console and a copy of FIFA 2017 Deluxe Scarf Bundle, plus a special autographed item from the Rowdies. Watch Rowdies home games on this TV all season and look for the clue. Go to MOR-TV.com for game days and times. A yellow card issued to Matt Pickens for apparently delay. I don't know. I didn't think I was reading that promo for PS4 that slowly, but apparently the referee Mendoza says that's too long. Here's your card.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Mike, either. That's a little suspect.
Georgie Ristoff is fouled by Jamal Jack.
And unless he has already been warned tonight, which I'm not sure if he has or not, but I don't think so.
I don't understand.
To bring out the yellow card immediately. There's another one now.
And that is actually Adewale, who was on the foul. So the Rowdies, the free kick. Adewale, I believe that's the Riverhounds' first card of the night. Rowdies have quite a few. Oh, Agbasamunde did have it in the first half. He's out of the game now. Played back, Mkandawiri. Tam up the field looking for Cole. But Washington backs up to head it. Morrell with the loose ball. A little touch too far. Washington gets it back. Okai on the turn.
Rowdies don't quite seem to be getting the bounces. There's one.
Yeah, Okai a bad ball. Cole on it after Schaefer chested down the clearance. Back in. That's Schaefer. Schaefer towards the back post. Morrell! Goal two! Alex Morrell has scored his second!
Well, there you have it, and I'm pretty sure the assist goes to the same person who got the first assist on the overlapping run. It is Marcel Schaefer going to that back post, and Morrell bashes that one into the ground, bounces up and gets into the top corner of the back post. Fantastic by Alex Morrell, as it's just over the top of the defender on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and that's the goal they were looking for. What a night here for Alex Morrell.
I think that's the best placed shin goal I've ever seen. It doesn't matter. Took a perfect bounce, Lee, and it bounced right over the defender. Pittsburgh was actually in pretty good position recovery-wise. Morrell was way too open for anyone's liking, but the keeper was there covering the near post. You had the defender in the back. If that ball doesn't drive into the ground and bounce up, it probably doesn't go in. Who cares? Alex Morrell well on his way to another Team of the Week honor for the Rowdies. With his second goal of the night, it's 2-0.
Yeah, good to be lucky to be good there. But again, we can't say enough more about Marcel Schaefer, who might get Team of the Week because of the 2 assists. A beautiful ball in on that back post and over the top.
That one tried from distance by Solto. And the Rowdies look to make a second substitution of the night. Michael Nanchoff will be back from injury. Rib injury sustained in practice about a month ago, and he'll come on for Joe Cole. As you get a good look at Marcel Schaefer.
That is the goal that the Rowdies needed, because the Riverhounds really were coming on there, Mike. And like we said, I was just about to say before that setup, the Rowdies weren't getting the bounce. They get one bad giveaway, and they took complete advantage of it. So that's an individual mistake there that the Rowdies were able to capitalize on. And that really does take the steam out of a visiting team when it's 2 goals now you have to come back from with just over 10 minutes in stoppage time to play.
Nanchoff will take the captain's armband from Joe Cole, and he'll toss it to Tamika Mkandawiri, who will don it for the final 12 minutes of stoppage time. That looked an ugly twist up there on the Rowdies.
And that's Restrepo. Hopefully that's not too serious, as he has only played maybe 20 minutes for the Rowdies this season after being traded over from the Cosmos.
He was on his feet, but it seemed like it was potentially ugly as he kind of got tied up, and maybe a cleat was in the ground when he was done. As Danny Earls will be making his way on for Victor Solto. So the Riverhounds out of subs. The Rowdies still have one at their disposal should they use it. Collins sends it up. looking long for Ristoff, and as it goes off of Georgie Ristoff, we'll remind viewers in Tampa Bay, you can catch the Rowdies at home next Saturday versus the Harrisburg City Islanders. Join us for the pregame show at 7, followed by the Rowdies and Islanders live from Al Lang Field here at 7:30. Right here on this TV, Tampa Bay. Digital 32.2, and if you're watching on Spectrum, Frontier, Fios, and Comcast, the same spot you're watching right now. And the Riverhounds keeping possession, but they'll have to go forward, creating at least 2 chances if they want an opportunity at some points on the road tonight. Rowdies looking to keep pace with Charlotte at 1 tonight. Moving into first place, at least temporarily. The Battery, I think, should they win, would jump back ahead of them, but Charlotte still has a couple of games in hand, and Louisville City lurking behind them as well. Charlotte's been on fire since their draw against the Rowdies back on June 4th. Well, Charleston did not get a win, so your new leader in the Eastern Conference is the Charlotte Independents. That ball into the area. Now Pittsburgh trying real quick. That's blocked. Deflected out. It's still free. Now sent back into Walsh again. It's off his foot. Walsh in. He's still free on the ground, and Pickens has it covered up. Opportunities, though, still.
Too much time. Rowdies defenders have to close down those forwards on Pittsburgh Riverhounds. They're just not getting in there, and they're allowing Pittsburgh time on the ball to make passes in very dangerous areas.
Conclude that thought on the Independents. It's a game the Rowdies took a 1-0 on the lead, and 2 goals in the second half by Charlotte. Eventually equalized by the Rowdies, and then Tamika McCandawiri hit the post in stoppage time, basically the last play of the game that would have created a winner for the Rowdies. As it was a draw, and as we mentioned, I think Independents have won now like 8 of 9 since that time. Been on fire. So as they come in clear, here's Okai. Okai will send it wide all the way across the field for Washington. Washington cuts it back. He'll cut it across. It's down to the foot of chipped in, and it looked like miscommunication. Pickens throws it out fast, looking for Ristoff, who's clipped. So the free kick goes the Rowdies' way. So Restrepo into the corner. Walter Restrepo one-on-one with Green. Now get it back to Portillo and Chavez. Well, the Rowdies looking to move, as we talked about Justin Chavez and his outstanding record for the team as a starter. As Schaefer whips this one in, looking for Ristoff. There'll be a throw in the Rowdies. Perhaps 5 wins and 7 starts, no losses. That would be big. Stuart Campbell. That one still drops short for Nanchoff. So as we get a little correction, that extra point did allow the Battery to stay in first, but they played 2 more games than Charlotte, and they barely hanging on by a point. So that's in jeopardy. Although it does say Charlotte drew on their last game, so I'm not for sure if those USL standings are all up to date, Lee.
No, something seems to be a little bit confusing at the moment.
Yeah, 4-0 to me is not a draw. That one drops short. Riverhounds still with it. We're in the 85th minute, 2-0. Nice ball on the far side. Had to run back. Morrell perhaps able to cut that off defensively, but it was a good ball to Washington, who got into the area. Matt Pickens having a little communication with them. They know that there it is, and there's 2 guys short for Pittsburgh, and they'll play it short quickly. Between them and Nanchoff and Morrell will force it out, throw in. Quick throw for Pittsburgh. The Riverhounds now try to turn and fire. Still free. That one turns and fires, deflected. It's going to go over the net. It'll be a corner kick for the Riverhounds. And soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. That one's played shortly on this corner kick, and that one's sent in by Washington. It's headed away and now cleared out. You have some clarification of it.
Well, how I read it right now is Charlotte went into the day with 33 points, Charleston 36. Charlotte got the win, which take them to 30, to take them to 36. Yeah, so the 1 point does right now.
It is
goal differential. The flag goes up there. Charlotte Independence won 4-0 today, so they are now at plus 16. So they've actually gone ahead on goal differential if they can, if it ever does get tied in there. So it is a 1 point lead right now.
And what is confusing in these stats or the standings?
Well, the live scoring's working and the game update's not there. So that's
there you go.
Yeah.
The game update, because it does say that Charlotte drew, and like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a 4-0 draw in any sport.
No, they had the 4-0 win over Bethlehem Steel earlier today. So again, it just shows you how much Charleston has missed Romario Williams and the 14 goals that he brought. Great for Jamaica to get to the final of the Gold Cup and make a real game of it against the United States of America on Wednesday night.
Yeah, don't know his status in that game, but he was probably much like Damian Lowe, late night travel, and there's still a lot of soccer to be played this year. Still a third of the season for the Battery. It'd be well done if they rested their star.
So for a brief moment in time, Charlotte has first place.
And of course, you and I, or maybe just me, because I pointed it out, making friends in the USL offices with that latest game not updated. Opportunity now. That one, a little Walter Restrepo on the pull, but still advantage for Pittsburgh. Okai. And
good job there to break that up by the Rowdies.
And Lee, as we hit the 88th minute in this 2-0 lead for the Rowdies, second half hasn't been as pretty as they've been playing as of late. That doesn't matter because the result's going to be what it is, but you've got to, you're just happy with the win at this point. Go, you know what? We know we can be better, and that's the key part, right?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And closing out games here, absolutely important for the Rowdies. That all-important second goal. Once again, it was the same last week against the Charleston Battery. Working hard to get that second goal. Gives you a little bit of breathing room. So
well, an opportunity now. Pittsburgh takes it away. 2v3, but it's Walsh. Walsh with the left foot shot. It is right at Pickens. Walsh would like to find the corner on that one from about 16. He's got a wicked shot, but that one didn't challenge Pickens much. He's able to cover it up. Anshaw, Schaefer, and Chavez. Here's Morrell, who might be coming off, and that'll be probably to a standing ovation if it is Morrell on the substitution with Martin Vingard ready to make his way on.
Yeah, and I think that's just an opportunity for the fans to give Alex Morrell a nice round of applause, a sending off. Really, he deserves that moment, that's for sure. Mike, certainly the man of the match tonight with his 2 goals, his first 2 goals in the United Soccer League.
Here's an opportunity as Corey Hertzog had it. Portillos, though, gets that bad ball. Portillos will run with some space. They'll give it up to Restrepo. Restrepo into the area. Doesn't have a lot of body, so he'll take the shot, and it's off the crossbar. They're going to give a save to Mitchell. It will be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick, and Walter Restrepo was looking to add to his total.
Well, that's what Restrepo brings.
Well, as we wait for the U.S. Ameribank corner kick, the Rowdies are set to make this substitution. They're going to play it short, but we'll wait on the whistle. Martin Vingard coming on, and it is the number 9 held up as Alex Morrell makes his way off. As the fans recognize that, the stadium announcement, we'll hear that celebration by the fans.
Yeah, it's a good round of applause from the fans here at Al Lang, and he's getting fives, high fives, and a lot of appreciation from his players.
You saw Martin Vingard say, hey, enjoy this moment.
Yeah, slow down, enjoy it. Soak it in.
Well, the sub is made. 3 extra minutes here to be played. Rowdies will play it short. Porter and Nanchoff. Nanchoff, though, this time sends it in, and it will be another U.S. Ameribank corner kick as Jamal Jack's clearance goes over the end line. Three Riverhounds now as Porter's just going to sit there. It's chested in, and it will be another U.S. Ameribank corner kick. Kerr came in, Porter just jumped up, and it goes off the chest of Okai. So the Rowdies will probably do the same thing again. Porter holding it towards the corner flag, ready to take that. He'll earn a throw in. Good job by Kyle Porter.
Yeah, perfect time-wasting management here. That's how you take those seconds off the clock. Kyle Porter doing a great job in the corner for the Rowdies.
Love the point. Is it right here or this spot 1 yard away? Porter whistled for a foul.
Oh, they're going to send a lot of bodies forward now. And they didn't take it long. They took it short.
Parks get it back from Kerr. It's like Romeo Parks was lining up a shot from 80 yards out. Whistle for a foul is Nanchoff. Final minute of stoppage play. Maybe something added on for the substitution, perhaps. Washington. Kerr. Rowdies looking for their third shutout at home in July. All 3 of those as it goes into Washington. His cross shanked a little bit, but it does get to Kerr. Eventually, and that one's sent in for Walsh, and Pickens will come out and grab it. Porter and Walsh tied up. Pickens on a yellow card will probably want to punt this one out quickly. We have seen a quicker thing. He does so. Georgie Ristoff up his foot. Back outfield. Okai. And that one's into the bench of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and the final whistle goes off, and the Rowdies win 2-0 tonight against the Riverhounds. Good night here for everyone involved, and I know Stuart Campbell's going to be very excited about this one, and I'm sure he can't wait to talk to Heather Donnelly down on the sideline.
Thank you, Mike. Coach, big win for you guys. 3 points, a clean sheet, a great performance by Alex Morrell. What do you like most about tonight?
Yeah, just all the points that you referenced to. Obviously, it's great to keep a clean sheet at home because we know we're going to create, and we know we're going to hopefully take the chances that we create, and it was a real big 3 point for us tonight.
What can you say about Alex Morrell, a guy that's just really been on fire recently?
Yeah, he's playing really well, especially at home. Like I said, he's a younger player. This is probably the longest run of games that he's had in his career, and you can see game by game he's getting better. And I think also the fact that the team's playing so well at the minute, and the guys in the locker room are, I'm sure he'll be the first to say, really helping them out.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. Rowdies do get the big win tonight, sending the good crowd tonight at Al Lang Stadium. Home winners 2-0, but Heather is standing by with Dave Brandt.
Thank you, Mike. Coach, you dropped this one here on the road. What do you think went wrong out there for you guys?
Tampa Bay's a good team. Third game in 8 days for us. A lot of humidity. I thought, we kept it 1-0 for a long time and had a few good looks down there, but probably needed some luck in this one we didn't get.
You guys are kind of on the bubble there in terms of playoff contention. What's it going to take moving forward for you guys to get there into that top 8?
I honestly think we're step 2, what I would call a 3-step process. I mean, I've been here a year. I came mid-season last year to a really struggling group, and this is a group who've got a lot of draws, and we've just been on the edge of a lot of results. I would say 2 results all year. This one in Louisville City, where we were more out of the game than I'd like. Otherwise, we just need to watch the mistakes in the back and, put in a few chances. We've really been on the edge of a ton of results.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. And here's our next game. 1 week from tonight, the Harrisburg City Islanders make their way here into Al Lang Stadium. Come see us here. If you can't, of course, watch it on this TV, Tampa Bay Digital 32.2, and on your local cable systems in the Bay Area. You see the numbers down there below. Postgame coming up next. You're watching Rowdy Soccer.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
There's a lot to a name.
Especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges
and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Welcome to Al Lang Stadium, where the Tampa Bay Rowdies have just knocked off the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2-0 here in front of a great crowd here at Al Lang. And Mike Pepper alongside Lee Godfrey. And Lee, when we look at it here, the second half, we kind of talked about it. The Rowdies weren't great, but they were good enough. They were able to create chances. Pittsburgh did get some chances, but most of them from distance, and the Rowdies able to keep them in check.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not sure if the Rowdies weren't as good in the first half as the second half, or that Pittsburgh just didn't really show up in that first half, and they actually improved a lot more. And as his coach said, probably the way that he would like to see them play the full 90 minutes. But yeah, the Rowdies did generate opportunities, certainly more in the first, but they had some good ones in the second, and they finished on them as well.
Yeah, Alex Morrell's outstanding. We'll see that in the highlights, and let's get a good look here as they happen over the last 2 hours.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure, a lot of great ball movement early by the Rowdies on that left-hand side especially. Here was a good opportunity here and a bit of a mix-up. Joe Cole tries to side volley it there and just misses the head of Patterson as well to try to get the goals first game. But again, look at the good ball movement from left to right and you know, overlapping runs. Look at Schaefer come into your screen there. Nice little pass, and he goes straight into the box, puts it across. It takes a bit of a deflection. Nobody picks up Alex Morrell, and there's Patterson to pick him up for his first goal of his pro career in the United Soccer League again, and nobody picking up Morrell. Ball watching Marcel Schaefer, and he taps that one in. That was Neil Collins off of a corner kick. Again, nobody picking up a ball that just floated in. So defensively, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, again, just not with a great night, but they did have some opportunities in the second half where Matt Pickens did have to come up with some good saves. Fortunate there, no one followed up the run on the shot by the Riverhounds as Pickens let the rebound go, but it's able to be cleared by Neil Collins. Again, another shot that he had to deal with there, a long one there, but no problem for Pickens. And then the Rowdies do get that all-important second goal. Again, it's Marcel Schaefer, beautiful ball to the back post, and it's kind of flubbed on by Morrell, goes off the ground, but that's what allowed it to get up and over top of everyone for his second goal of the night. Fantastic game for number 9 and the Lakeland, Florida native.
Yeah, splitting the 4 players, and again, hey, it doesn't matter if it goes off the shin or the foot. If it goes in the net, it's a goal, and that was a key one. Alex Morrell with both of those on that. Technically, Pittsburgh outshot the Rowdies and more on goal. Pickens never really having to be tested, though.
Yeah, a better second half by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, but I think maybe one shot, Pickens had to come up with a good save, but the rest are all ones that you expect him to make, and a well-deserved 2-0 lead by the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah, and we will come back with a lot on the post-game show. Heather Donnelly's working, I'd say maybe an Alex Morrell sighting. I would just guess on that. Rowdies get the 2-0 victory against the Riverhounds. We got more. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
Some people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.
The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Come to Al Lang and stand up for the Rowdies as they send the Harrisburg Islanders back to their island on the raft they floated in on. Bring your friends, bring your family. It's 90 minutes of goals, unbelievable saves and loads of action. The Rowdies are in the fight for the championship. Tickets are on sale now and selling out fast. Call 727-222-2000 now. Harrisburg, you're going back to the island, so bring your paddles.
Well, great night here in St. Petersburg, not just for the Al Lang Stadium fans that watched the Rowdies win 2-0, but the Rowdies got both goals from the same player. He's been on the USL Team of the Week 2 of the last 3. I would imagine he's got a good chance of doing it, and Heather Donnelly standing by with Alex Morrell.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I'm here with Alex Morrell, the man of the match for sure. You must be feeling pretty good right about now, huh?
Yeah, that was an awesome game. There's only one thing I got to say, and it's a good team performance. It was a great team performance. I think it was one of the best all season. You can talk to some of the guys. I think they say the same thing. Just throughout the whole coaching staff and the guys, we had a really good week of training, and we brought it out here to the field. That's all I can ask for.
You scored 2 great goals tonight. Let's talk about the second one specifically. There's already been a little bit of buzz, SportsCenter Top 10 on social media. Take me through that goal from your perspective.
Yeah, no, I was actually working on those, and you can ask the guys this too. I was actually working on those in practice, just hitting like 10 balls over the top, back post, and just hitting them some volleys. And I just wanted to keep this one down. You know, it hit the ground, bounced in. It was a nice goal. I can even say that, and I judge myself pretty harshly, so it was good.
You said before we went on air, it feels good to play at home. You still got another one coming up. How huge will next week's game be to pick up 3 more points?
Yeah, there's not a better feeling than playing at home. And every time we get in the locker room, I'm back with Matty Pickens in the back, and we're just saying 3 points, because that's all we came here for. We didn't come here for 1, we didn't come here for 0 points. We got 3 points. So.
All right, thanks, Alex. Nice job tonight, guys.
Thank you, Heather. And Alex Morrell, player of the game performance. And when you score 2 goals, Lee, it's pretty easy to see why. Here's a good look at him.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at those goals. And, one person maybe Alex Morrell could be thanking as well tonight is the man that helped set those goals up. A lot of work being done by number 4, Marcel Schaefer, on both of those goals to get that ball across the first one. And look at this delivery. He just puts that on a silver platter for Alex Morrell at that back post, not being picked up by anybody. And 2 goals, 2, bad plays by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and ball watching, not looking behind them on both of those goals and picking up Alex Morrell, and he took complete advantage of it.
Absolutely, and again, great game by Alex Morrell, and Heather Donnelly working hard on the sideline, so we will get more from Heather when we come back. You're watching the post-game show for Tampa Bay Rowdies Soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
T, let's go, let's go. Come on. Shortcuts on 3. 1, 2, 3, shortcuts! How can you be more?
We're on the road showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. 1 cap beats 4 of them.
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium. The Rowdies are winners again tonight, 2-0 against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Lee for the 3rd time this month. They won 2-0, and that's it. They had the 3 home games. The next one's going to be in August, so a pretty good month here at Al Lang Stadium for the Rowdies.
Another clean sheet with the guy standing by with Heather.
Yeah, Matt Pickens is standing by with Heather Donnelly.
Thanks, Mike. Matt, you get another shutout tonight. How huge is another clean sheet for you guys this season?
Well, it's progression through the season. I talked about it before. We talked about it before the game. It's a marathon. So take every mile at a time, take every mile as a game, and we did well tonight. Another shutout, another great game by the guys, another 3 points. Just keep the season moving now.
How has the back line in front of you been working together? Because it's been different every game. Some changes, right back, left back, everywhere basically. What's that been like?
Yeah, we got guys ready to step up and play. Professionals, good professionals, experienced professionals. Guys Stu believes in. We all believe in. So when you have that belief in the locker room with every player, it's easy.
Thanks, Matt. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. And as we mentioned there, Pickens, the shutout, again, yet another shutout in the monthly. And the thing is didn't test it a lot, but when you are tested, you're there, and that's what Matt Pickens was.
Yeah, that's what a veteran goalkeeper does, and that's what Matt Pickens had to do tonight. He didn't have to do much in that first half. It was really all in the second half that the shots were coming, and a little bit slippery out there tonight. The ball slipping off the gloves, but Pickens quick to react there. And, you know, sometimes when things didn't go right, he just threw his body right into that one and said, you know, I'm going to break this play up myself. So that's what a veteran goalkeeper can do, and well-deserved. And you do talk about the whole back line. It's defending as a whole and a group in the back four. Another pretty solid night out there for the Rowdies.
Good communications, and right now a guy who was assisting on both of Alex Morel's goals is standing by with Heather Donnelly. It's Marcel Schaefer.
Not yet, not yet.
Actually, I think Marcel just kind of got pulled away for a second, so we'll have him in just a moment. You can tell there he is. He's signing some autographs there, and maybe she's got to get her German down just a little bit there. There he is. He's with Heather now.
Yeah, guys. Marcel, 2 assists for you tonight. What was working so well for you out on the field?
Yeah, I think I was always in the pocket on the left side. That's where I come from. That's where I'm playing, I think, 12 to 14 years for Wolfsburg. So I love crosses and shots from the left side. Yeah, I'm very happy about the 3 points. Now we are on the run, or we have a run. And yeah, but this is just one step in the season, so we have to make another one. 3 games in a row to win is always important, especially at home in front of our great fans. They have a great support tonight, and we are very happy.
You've had a lot of support here at Al Lang Stadium from Wolfsburg fans, from your club back in Germany. What does that support mean to you, to have people from Germany coming here to support?
To be honest, it's like a familiar situation, because when you have so many visitors, they come just here to watch the game because of me and my all years in Wolfsburg and the good relationship between me and the fans. It means a lot for me, and I'm always happy when they are here. So I give always away my Wedge 1 jersey, and it's always a great experience to have them here.
Yeah, really great. Thanks, Marcel, guys.
Thank you, Heather, and Marcel Schaefer. Good game again tonight here in front of the crowd. And there's Darnell King giving a little autograph love too. Rowdies beat the Riverhounds. We'll come back. This TV Tampa Bay, the official broadcast home for Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
We got the sun. We got today. Got the sun jumping, got it right through the night, got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Come to Al Lang and stand up for the Rowdies as they send the Harrisburg Islanders back to their island on the raft they floated in on. Bring your friends, bring your family. It's 90 minutes of goals, unbelievable saves, and loads of action. The Rowdies are in the fight for the championship. Tickets are on sale now and selling out fast. Call 727-222-2000 now. Harrisburg, you're going back to the island, so bring your paddles, because you're going.
Welcome back to our post-game show here on This TV Tampa Bay. Heather Donnelly joined by Rowdies defender Tam McCandawiri. And Tam, another good one for you guys tonight. Shutout victory. What does this one mean?
Yeah, it's a big one, obviously. It allows us to continue our run and move on and build on it, yeah.
What was working so well for you guys just together as a back line tonight?
You know, we've worked a lot on it in training and on our team shape and defending, and also trying to get the ball forward, and we were, rewarded with Alex scored 2 great goals, and then we've just obviously kept his shots out and kept it tight.
You mentioned Alex there scoring 2 great goals. As a young player on the team, what does he bring, and what's it like playing with a guy like him?
You know, he's a fantastic talent, load of potential, and you know, he's a game changer for us. He changes games, and when he's on point, I think he's unstoppable.
All right, thanks, Tam. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah, the only negative here on the night is Tam McCandawary will miss the next game, but hey, he teased us right into the most impressive play of the night here, Lee.
Yeah, he did, and it is the first professional league goal by Alex Morel. Again, look at this overlapping run. We heard Marcel Schaefer talk about it in the post-game show. He makes a living on this. Nice through ball, and there you watch the movement of Alex Morel in the box. Everybody on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds just watching Schaefer, not picking him up, and that is the game-winning goal.
Game-winning goal. He added another one, and that was a big play by Morel, and that helped the Rowdies keep pace, really. Charleston got the draw, but Charlotte, Louisville, and Rochester all got wins tonight, Lee, so it was very important the Rowdies get on the wins column tonight.
Yeah, it was, because you see the 21 games played, so they need to keep making full points from these home games especially, and then look to the road and at least get a point to be able to stay up in that top 4. You really do want to be able to host the home game in the playoffs.
Today's results there from Bethlehem still losing at least kind of put the Rowdies back in control of that. Again, the games in hand doesn't mean that those teams are going to win their games. Still, it is something there that you want to keep. You want those points to come in a positive manner. So here's coming up for the Rowdies, though. We talk about the next one here at home against Harrisburg City 1 week from tonight. Ottawa for the 3rd time this year, and a couple of road games. A St. Louis team that they had a draw with, and probably when they weren't playing as well.
Yeah,
and a New York team they haven't faced yet.
Yeah, St. Louis team is up and down this year. You don't really know what to expect. The Ottawa Fury as well. They do have some talented players with Paul Dalglish's side, so that'll be a tough battle as well. But it's good to be having that game at home for sure.
I alluded to Tam not being here for that Harrisburg City Islanders game because of the 5th yellow card. Good news is the Rowdies will have Damian Lowe back too, so another starting defender coming into that point. But you can see us right here. If you can't come to the stadium, this TV Tampa Bay, our coverage begins at 7 p.m. a week ago against the Islanders. And Lee, I mean, a final thought here. The Rowdies, 2 draws, 2 losses in June, 3 wins and a draw in July. Much better July.
Yeah, a much better month taking full points, and it really can turn around that quickly, get confidence within the club. And the last 2 games, getting those 6 points, all important moving forward to that game. They want to go on that road trip on a winning note.
Yeah, and they still have been great at home, so they'll try to continue that next week against Harrisburg City Islanders. If you missed any of tonight, you can watch it here. The Match in 5 for Lee Godfrey and Heather Donnelly. I'm Mike Pepper.
roughneck vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
Some people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.
Come to Al Lang and stand up for the Rowdies as they send the Harrisburg Islanders back to their island on the raft they floated in on. Bring your friends, bring your family. It's 90 minutes of goals, unbelievable saves and loads of action. The Rowdies are in the fight for the championship. Tickets are on sale now and selling out fast. Call 727-222-2000 now. Harrisburg, you're going back to the island, so bring your paddles because you're going to need them.
Come on, you Rowdies!